Hello?
Yes, I'll use yours.
I'll use this.
Okay.
Hello?
Just improvise. It's all about jazz, isn't it? Goedenavond, dames en heren. Op het North Sea Jazz Festival vanuit de bol.com stand hebben we een hele bijzondere gast, Joe Bonamassa. Jongens, even een applaus alsjeblieft. Het is niet de minste.
Hello, how you doing?
Ah, yes. Joe just released your new album, The Ballad of John Henry.
I did.
Yes, you did. A couple of months ago. How are you doing with it?
It's been doing great. You know, I mean, honestly, I'm like 32 years old, and I'm just so honored that people like buy the album year after year. And you know, we try our best, obviously, and try to make the best album we can. But the fact that, you know, people in hard economic times take their hard-earned money and they go out and buy my album is a real honor. And it's just, this is a privilege to do. You know, I make a living playing guitar, but it's a real privilege. It's not a birthright, you know. It's been, the last couple of years have been so absolutely wonderful for me. So I'm very thankful about it. You just have like this problem with microphones, right? Here, use this again.
Come on, give me that one. Yeah. All right, so we have to improvise a little bit. Joe, you performed on 12 years of age in with a concert of B.B. King. I read somewhere. Is it? Yes.
Well, actually, you know, I've known him since I've been 12, and this is my 20th year. I've actually done shows with him every year for 20 years straight, and you know, he's an icon. He's like one of the nicest people in the world. But he's an icon, and he's one of the just greatest blues, you know, singers and players, and just has invented a whole genre of music. I mean, not many people can say that.
Well, he is actually the real king, isn't he?
He is the real king.
And still alive.
And he's still alive. He'll be 84 in September. So.
How did he discover you? I mean, you're 12 years old. What happens? B.B. King asks you to perform it.
No, actually, I was asked by somebody else to perform, you know, to open up the show for him. And when you're 12 years old and, you know, kind of pudgy and play the guitar and people take interest in, and he actually came and watched my show. And actually, I think he liked what he saw, and that's what he did. So.
Dropped out of school immediately.
No, I didn't. I finished school. Mom always said you have to have a brain on your shoulders. So.
Is that true?
That's absolutely true. I don't like stupid musicians.
What is your fascination with guitars? I mean, you have like hundreds, I understood.
I have hundreds of guitars, but my dad owned a guitar shop when I was a kid, and he still collects guitars, and I kind of caught the disease.
You bought the whole shop?
I didn't buy the whole shop, but I certainly would probably attribute to its going out of business by just stealing them from my father. But no, you know, I've always been a guitar player. I've been playing guitar for 28 years, and my whole life is guitar. And you know what? Am I fixated on it? Absolutely. But I think it's a good thing so far.
So you're performing on the same stage as B.B. King tonight. That must be a very familiar feeling, isn't it? Are you going to combine your forces with him tonight?
I don't know. We might have to leave early. And it depends on how he feels and stuff like that. But we have to be in London tomorrow for a similar festival that they're putting on. But we were like a last-minute addition to the North Sea, and they called us and they said, "Would you like to come and play?" And we did this 2 years ago. And it's absolutely been fantastic.
Oh, you're a filler up.
I was second choice, yes.
Okay, are you gonna perform your songs from your new album? Of course. Are you gonna let us hear? Lots of more songs?
Yeah, we're going to do like some of the stuff from the Ballad of John Henry. We're also going to do some of the old catalog, some of the bluesier things. I mean, we are at a jazz and blues fest, you know, like we're not going to, you know, we're going to try to achieve this kind of rock, not this kind of rock, you know?
Well, you've been here before, eh? This is not new for you. Can you explain us the mood of North Sea Jazz? What makes it so special? You're leaving tomorrow.
I think the thing about North Sea Jazz is that, you know, how many times in a single night will you be able to see Lee Ritenour, B.B. King, Duffy, George Benson, everybody that's here tonight. It's a very unique festival, and it's so eclectic, and the jazz is well represented, but the other forms of music are really represented, and you know, frankly, the blues is really well represented. You know, I mean, they got the king of the blues tonight.
Talking about blues as well. One second, please. Because Eric Clapton, 1 month ago, you performed with him. Can you explain the difference between B.B. King and Eric Clapton?
I love them both. Two of my favorite guitar players, and I was lucky enough to perform with Eric Clapton at the Albert Hall. He came down to our show and sat in on the song called Further On Up the Road, and it was absolutely the thrill of my lifetime. It was just absolutely the most brilliant thing. The difference between B.B. King and Eric Clapton, I will say this. B.B. King, you know exactly who he is when he plays one note. Eric Clapton, you know exactly who he is when he plays two notes. And that's the difference between the two guys.
Well, thank you very much. Tonight, in the... Sorry?
You're going to play us out, right?
You want to play a little bit, or no? Please, come on. Ah, come on, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, give us a huge...
This is cool. How about blues and a jazz guitar?
much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joe. Have a nice evening. 7:30, dames en heren, in de Nilezaal. Dus ga kijken alsjeblieft. En kom dadelijk terug, want we hebben nog vele bijzondere gasten. Dank je.